Ever heard of phreaking? That's phreaking, but with a PH. Before there were computer hackers, there were phone phreakers, hence the PH. It's mildly alliterative. In 1957, Joe Engresia, he was a blind 7-year-old boy with perfect pitch, discovered that if he whistled the fourth E above middle C into a phone receiver, he could access the network's tone-operated switch lines. Before long, Engresia and a growing community of phreakers, as they called themselves, were whistling their ways into free long distance. In the 1970s, a young Steve Wozniak was so enthralled by phreaking that he decided to mess around on circuit boards to speed up the process. And he started building so-called blue boxes that more easily made free and illegal long-distance calls. And he teamed up with his friend to sell those boxes around the California Bay Area for $150 a pop. That friend? Steve Jobs. And he later told his biographer that if it wasn't for Woz's blue boxes, quote, there wouldn't have been an Apple. That seems only fitting, doesn't it? That so much of today's digital landscape can be traced back to some bored kids trying to beat the system and make a quick buck in the process. Hackers helped build today's digital world, there's no question there. But those who build can also destroy. And the cyber threats we face today are rather more sinister. According to the research firm Cybersecurity Ventures, cybercrime damages are estimated to reach $10.5 trillion annually by 2025, up from $3 trillion in 2015. That makes it more profitable than the global trade of all major illegal drugs combined. Measured in terms of GDP, cybercrime damages, which totaled an estimated $6 trillion in 2021, would constitute the world's third largest economy after the United States and China. Sorry about that, Japan. 59 million Americans lost nearly $30 billion to phone scams between 2020 and 2021 alone. Ransomware attacks, where a hacker locks a user or organization out of their own network by encrypting files until a ransom is paid, increased fourfold in 2020. In fact, the 2021 Colonial Pipeline hack, which took down the largest fuel pipeline in the United States and created shortages all across the East Coast, was the result of one single compromised password. Colonial ended up paying the Russia-linked hackers a nearly $5 million ransom to get the pipeline up and running again. That's the thing about cyber threats. Just one open door, one gullible mark, one compromised password can bring down a company or a country. And we're not just talking about rogue actors. U.S. adversaries like Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea have all developed their own sophisticated state-sponsored cyber criminal organizations at a breakneck pace.